Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Gemini for the week of November 28th. Now do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Gemini. Do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel for future updates from me. Your likes, comments, shares, subscribes really do help the channel grow and are very much appreciated here. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have, Gemini. We'll go ahead and make sure we're all set up and in view. Okay. Cool. So, Gemini, big energies here. Okay, we have 4 major arcanas and an ace. So, it feels heavy for some of you. Now, the past for you, you've been making momentum here. Okay, you've been gaining momentum here with the 6 and the 7 together, the Chariot and the Lovers. Both cards, actually, the Lovers card is a Gemini card, and you know, you're moving along here in the past. Something, although there might have been some sort of challenge with the Chariot, it says that you've successfully overcome this challenge and you've been working ahead towards something great. There's been this momentum building for you with the Ace of Swords and a breakthrough card. The thing is, is the word fork in the road, or is the phrase fork in the road big enough? There's some type of fork in the road coming in. Okay, there is some type of curveball. Maybe that is the better way of saying it. There's a curveball that's being thrown in your direction. You have an opportunity to hit the curveball out of the park, but you have to make sure that you're not resisting when this comes in. Okay? And so you have an opportunity to hit the ball out of the park, but it's a curveball, so it might be a little bit challenging. So, all right, I'll expand on that some more as we go along. But in the overall situation, you have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is a new beginning that leads to success in one's life. It's about the clouds clearing, as you see the clouds in the background, making way for something new. The Ace of Swords is a breakthrough. It's a very positive card. This can also indicate that maybe you're feeling sharp mentally in terms of your communication. You may be feeling sharp. You may be feeling like you know exactly what to say and when to say it, type of deal with the Ace of Swords. And you know, this could certainly be showing up for some of you here at this time. Well, it's your overall energy. So like I said, I think momentum's been building, and I think that can't be understated, as I've said it now 3 times. And I will say that you can continue the momentum, but again, there's going to be a challenge here. It's almost like a test or something like this that's showing up for you. In the past, you have the Chariot and the Lovers card. So the Lovers is the Gemini card. You can see the 2 people, the 2 dolphins. Gemini is the sign of duality. And so this can talk about choices, a dueling choice. You know, obviously the Lovers can represent like a deep love relationship or something connected to your love relationships, but it also represents a choice that you have to make, or the dueling nature of life, right? There are times in life where we're kind of walking down 2 paths at the same time, and that can be represented by the Lover's card. The Chariot, again, is a major energy of success, and it does suggest that maybe there is a challenge, but you are capable of running over the challenge, or you're capable of meeting it head on, right? Overcoming obstacles is the idea with the Chariot card. It is an energy of self-discipline as well. And so some of you here may feel like you've needed to get something right. You're like, okay, I need to like really set my schedule. I really need to do, you know, I have this whole to-do list. I gotta do this to-do list. And some of you may have felt like you've been doing these things recently. I think some of you are maybe really feeling inspired here in your situation. I really like the first 3 cards in this reading for you. I do think some of you have been weighing a choice as well in life. Maybe it's love, maybe it's something else, but some of you have been weighing a choice or a decision here. In the future, okay, we have the Tower and the Hanging Man. So this is a very interesting combination. The Tower is the exposure of a false belief, which is actually a blessing in disguise, because nobody wants to live in a false situation, right? Nobody wants to live in a house of cards. And the Tower exposes that for you. Also, this person falling from the Tower, there were no doors on the Tower. And so they're now given a way out of a situation that has left them feeling trapped or burdened or whatever the case may be, right? When you get this energy, it is sort of like an upheaval showing up in your life. And it's sort of like lightning striking, right? As you can see in the card. So when I get this in the future position, now hopefully you understand what I'm saying here. This is actually a blessing, right? Because of everything that I described. But when you get this in the future, it's sort of like expect the unexpected type of deal, right? Expect the unexpected. And with the Hanging Man, this person is resisting. So I said, remember, you're being thrown a curveball. You can hit the ball out of the park. It just may be a little bit harder to hit the ball. What's going to make it really hard to hit the ball is if you're resisting. This person really needs to cut the cable and start free falling and see what happens. See what's below them. They need to see what's down there, see what's out there. And so letting go of any sort of resistance mode here, I think, is going to be the key to success for you in the future, especially as, lightning strikes for you. Now, the Tower can also be like, sudden realization, especially with the Ace of Swords, So this doesn't have to be doom and gloom, especially because the majority of the cards here are positive. This might be like, I know exactly what I want to do, where I want to go, what I want to experience, how I want to think about this situation, lightning striking, right? Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here. So you have the Queen of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups. Okay, wow, double aces, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and you have the King of Wands. All right. So, Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment, emotional happiness, emotional contentment, emotional fulfillment here in one's life. Queen of Cups, I call it the traditional therapist in the tarot. And the reason being is the Queen of Cups is capable of emotionally relating with you. Good listener, right? Hear you out. This is somebody who will offer you a shoulder to cry on. This could be a trusted friend or an ally. This person might be a Cancerian person with the Chariot and the Queen of Cups. Both cards could indicate water sign. The Chariot is a sign of Cancer. Especially as you have two cups, two cups with the Chariot. But the Queen of Cups is also a major sign of intuition. In the past year, you've known exactly how to overcome some sort of difficulty. You may want to rely on that experience that you've had of overcoming this challenge or difficulty as you move forward here with this curveball, this metaphorical curveball that's being lobbed in your direction. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's a very, very positive card, one of the more positive cards to find in a tarot reading. It's one of the major wish cards. And so, it can be like the feeling of bliss. Like, I really enjoy my situation. I enjoy what I'm doing right now. The Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning in the material. This can indicate maybe making a sale, making a purchase, making an investment, signing off on new contracts or agreements, such as, think about like your first day on the job when you have to do like paperwork. Or, when you think about like going through a mortgage process, you have to do all that paperwork. Also academia as well, right? Is here with the page of, the Ace of Pentacles rather. And some of you are feeling suddenly inspired in a new direction with the Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, the Tower. It's like, wow, maybe for some of you this isn't a curveball, and maybe for some of you this is just like a sudden understanding or a sudden like epiphany. You know what? Epiphany is the word that I'm searching for. It's an epiphany. Some of you are having an epiphany here in the future. With the King of Wands, this might also be connected to, all right, you know what? I want to start my own business. I want to start my own law practice, or I'm going to create my own, bakery or whatever. Or like, I'm going to, start going on YouTube or whatever, right? Like you're starting your business, potentially. And if you're just like not interested in owning a business or doing self-employment, the King of Wands really finds a dream career, They find a dream job, and that's very important to the King of Wands. So I like this for you. I like the way that this is shaping up here for you. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at getting some of these oracle cards here. All right. All right, they came out very quickly. So you have Master Jesus, forgiveness. You're on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. You have El Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you, wear a cloak of protection and love. And you have White Eagle, ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. There is something about family that's showing up with the Father here. Father healing is possible at this time. The ancestor spirit indicating your lineage or your family situation, your family patterns. We are all given programming from our families, and from our parents and the people that we grow up with in life. And, whether we want to or not, we take on family patterns. And so for some of you here, you may be noticing something, right? Like, oh, wait, why have I stayed in this job forever? Maybe this is something that was important in your family growing up, or whatever the case may be. I'm just giving you examples, right? Like, why haven't I started my business yet? I love that the universe is with you message here showing up. I really love that for you as well. And so yeah, let's go ahead and let's take a look at clarifying the situation even more here. All right, so you have Page of Wands, the Hierophants, and you have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you have like a work tradition. Okay, some of you have like a traditional way of viewing work or viewing your career situation. The Hierophant is anything that's traditional. You have this, I think there's a family pattern around work here that some of you are looking at. Very specific message, but I think that there's a family pattern here around work, what work looks like, what work is. These types of themes for you playing out. With the Hierophant being tradition, but also because of the Seven of Pentacles is long, hard work. Like this person, right, this tree, which represents like a harvest, right? We could say that the pentacles growing on the tree is like a retirement account or a mortgage that you've paid off, a house that you own. This has taken a long time, right? Most people sign a 30-year fixed mortgage, right? 30 years takes a long time for this tree to grow, right? And, for some of you, that's just an example, right? Because it's a Pentacles card. But for some of you, you may have been in a job for a long time, or you may have been growing something for a long time here. And, you might be like, all right, it's time for me to see what else is out there. And this might be something connected to the way that you grew up around work. Page of Wands is an opportunity in the past. Some of you have been weighing this opportunity or decision here with the Lovers and the Page of Wands showing up in a column here. Some of you, again, Lover's choice. I don't think this is about love. The Hierophant is a card of marriage, but I don't think this is about love for this reading. This is about something else connected to work. And again, I think this Tower, if you're still here and you're still with me, This is not a curveball that comes with anything that is bad or anything like that. This is more like, wait, why haven't I discovered this thing a while ago? Or wait, why haven't I tried to do this years ago? It's sort of like an epiphany. Yeah, I mean, wow. You have the Wheel of Fortune and you have the Nine of Swords. So Wheel of Fortune, you recognize you have your destiny is sort of unfolding here the way it needs to unfold. Nine of Swords, this is somebody who's like kind of, it's the mental health card. This is the way that I look at it. The Nine of Swords is somebody who's maybe going through some mental hardships or challenges in one's life. But in this case, I feel like this is around having the confidence to go in a new direction, as you have double aces here. And the Wheel of Fortune, again, change in your destiny or your situation. Yeah, at the top of the pyramid, you have the Strength card, which is a major message of having confidence and, being brave and, displaying bravery. On the bottom of the deck, yeah, you have the Eight of Wands. Things are moving ahead for you. Things are pushing along, the end of delay, and, there could be good news here on the way for you at this time. So there's something that's pushing ahead for you here in a pretty big way in your career life. And I think there are new understandings as well. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I will see you in the next reading.